Shields up, red alert. Red Carpet Diaries, Book 3, Chapter 15. That's a wrap. The rest of your time in Iowa is relaxing, but knowing your stalker's identity is always in the back of your mind. You report the name to the police, but so far they haven't found out where Martin's staying. But now that you're back in New LA, you have a bigger issue to tackle. Taking over the secret of Ninradel. I can't believe I'm going to be directing for the first time today. Cassie nuzzles up against your leg. Ow! Aw, thanks for believing in me, Tazzy. Your phone pings with a message from Thomas. Good morning, beautiful. Wanted to wish you good luck on the big day. You're so sweet. Like, husband material, even. I like to think so. And speaking of, did you see Ella's email about final details of the wedding venue? Yep, I think we have everything covered. Same. Looks like this wedding might just go off without a hitch. Knock on wood. I'll let you go. Good luck today. And make sure to eat something, okay? Will do. Love you, Thomas. Love you too, Jessica. Thomas is right. I should start my first day off right. With coffee. A massive omelet. Belgian waffles. Coffee. I'm too anxious to imagine eating right now, honestly. You quickly finish your breakfast and are just about to head to set when your phone vibrates or rings. It's Victoria. Hey, Victoria. Calling to wish me luck? I would be if you needed it, but I already know you're going to slay as a director. Well, if you're trying to butter me up, it's working. Anyway, what's going on? Well, actually, I was wondering if you might have any parts available in the movie. Nothing big, just a bit role with a couple of lines. Well, always. Any reason? Can I meet you on set? I'd rather talk about it in person. Sure, I was just heading over now. Great, I'll meet you there. She hangs up without another word. You stare down at the phone, confused. Well, that was weird. Ow! But you could be right, Tazzy. I guess we'll find out soon. You finish getting ready, and you and Sarah head over to set. There you find Victoria waiting with Ariana. Hey, ladies, ready to stop the cloak and dagger act and tell me what's going on? Ariana, do you want to tell her? I don't. She clamps her mouth shut and shakes her head back and forth. Oh, fine, I'll do it this once, but you need to be able to do your own what you want, Ariana. Which in this case was a chance to audition for a small part in the movie. Really? I know I was kind of a brat before, but I swear, I worked so hard. I mean, I get it. I mean, if I can even audition, that is. Of course you can audition. And I promise. Wait, really? Victoria has told me over and over again how talented you are, and if she's right, then Riddell would be lucky to have you as part of the team. I just don't want you to give me the role as a favor to Victoria, okay? If I'm not good enough, tell me. I'll be completely honest. I'm not giving a role to anyone who walks in the front door. This is my first time directing. I expect the best from everyone on the set. That means you better bring it. Okay, good. I just want to win the role, fair and square. You hand her a page of the script. Okay, I'll read for William. You're undercover and need to deliver a secret message. Got it? Got it. She takes a few moments to study the scene, then takes a deep breath before she begins. Ragnar thought you could use a snack. Thanks. I always forget to eat when I'm in the zone. She pantomimes handing you the food. Then she glances at her phone, leaning in perceptibly closer to hiss in your ear. By the way, they rise at dawn. What did you say? Glances up at William, face completely blank and placid. Anything else you need, let me know. Ragnar said we're supposed to keep you happy today. And scene. So, was it okay? I can read it again if you want. I think maybe if I... No, there's no need. Oh, okay. I'm gonna make her sweat a little. We typically see multiple actresses for any part before making final decisions. Oh, of course. You're the director. I'm sure you have a lot to consider. Exactly. I make the decisions around here, which is why I'm throwing that out the window. You've got the part. You're perfect. I was perfect? Well, I guess you were. If you want it, the part is yours. All composure lost, she begins jumping up and down, throwing her arms around you, and then Victoria. Oh my god, I can't believe it. A part in The Secret in Ninredel, I can't believe it! Congratulations, you earned this. He pulls back from Victoria slowly. I'm sorry about before. I was kinda awful, like, even for me. Well, you changed my life, Victoria. You're like my hero. Thank you so much. She practically smothers Victoria in another hug. They pull apart and both quiet for a moment, as if too embarrassed to say anything. Do you guys mind if I go call my friends? They're probably gonna freak. Go right ahead. As she scurries off, you notice Victoria dabbing her eyes with a tissue. That was wonderful. Yeah, it was, but you can't tell anyone I cried. Thanks, by the way. You helped me realize this audition was exactly what she needed most. Looking for Ariana that day, you helped me see how alike the two of us actually are. Congratulate her. Being able to see what she needs, who she is, well, it shows just what an incredible mentor you've become. I think I always knew I was just in denial. Let's be real, it was the most flattering mirror to look into at times. As long as you figured it out in the end, right? Anyway, the wild goose chase made me realize she was acting so bratty for the same reasons I was so bratty at her age. Knowing in every fiber of your being that you were meant to do this, but having no clue how to make it happen, that feeling almost ate me alive. But everything changed for me after I got the first real role. Definitely. The validation is incredible. Helping young actors break through to the next level, it's why I wanted to mentor in the first place. Thank you so much for giving that to Ariana. We both did. Yeah, I suppose I do deserve most of the credit. Dory winks at you. Well, I better go find the big star. If I were her, I'd want to celebrate with the kind of meal no one big break can afford. Go somewhere fancy. Nothing tastes more like success than filet mignon and all the lobster. Agreed. With some paying, that means we eat like grown-ups. Thanks again, Jessica. I really appreciate it. That's what friends are for. She gives you a hug and heads out. You finish up the last few details and head down the set. Soon, Marianne, the actors, and the crew start filing in for the day. Marianne stops to chat with you. She comes in. Jessica, I'm so excited to see how you do with the helm. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. You've worn the same outfit for 3 weeks in a row, minimum. You're letting all of us down. Marianne pats your hands warmly and heads to her seats as you start to give the crew instructions for the day, just before you're about to start shooting an unexpected guest arrives. Hey, Jessica. Deja. Couldn't stay away. My therapist keeps telling me to have attachment issues, but he stopped saying it once I hugged him long enough. But you're just here to watch, right? Oh, definitely. This is your show now. But without the movie on my plate, I actually have a couple hours to spare occasionally. I can't stay all day, but I wanted to be here to wish you luck. Tisha gives you a warm smile. You're gonna kill it. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you. I guess just sit back and relax then. Those might be the greatest words I've ever heard. Deja takes a seat next to Marianne, and the two start chatting pleasantly. Soon, Seth emerges from wardrobe. There's our star. You ready to shoot the final standoff between William and Ragnar? Actually, I think I am. That's unexpected, but don't look a gift horse in the mouth, I guess. You flash Seth a thumbs up, grinning widely. That's the spirit. At that moment, Ben walks on the set. You ready for the big showdown, Ben? Absolutely. Can't wait to get started. Love that attitude. Everyone take your marks. You can't contain your grin as the actors and crew move into place. It's really happening. Alright guys, I'm so glad you're all here. And I could not be more excited to say, action! William faces off with Ragnar in the dark of a subway tunnel. A crew member presses a button and a robotic spider starts crawling across the platform, its glowing eyes trained on William. Shot from the con looks like perfect on film. As Ragnar moves closer, William dangles a hard drive over the tracks. Ragnar holds up his hands. Doesn't have to end this way, you know. Really, how else could it possibly end? You could join me. Imagine how much good you could do if you just had my power, propping you up. Your power's exactly the problem, Ragnar. It's corrupted you. It would corrupt me too. But it's not too late for you to change your mind. It's not too late for you to start over. And cut. Great take, everyone. Let's set up for the fight scene. Seth, what happened out there? I've never seen such a strong performance from you. I couldn't agree more. You were positively magnetic. What changed? Honestly, after we got back from the con, I may have gone into a slight Professor Time anxiety wormhole. That's not where I thought this was heading. I came across an old interview with Eight, my favorite professor. He talked about how terrified he was taking on a beloved role. Learning from my favorite actor of all time went through the same thing. Helped me take a step back, I guess. I realized nerves didn't mean I couldn't do it. It was that I cared. Once I stopped worrying about how much I was worrying, it all just kind of clicked into place. That's amazing. I always knew you had it in you. I'm so glad you finally realized that too. This was the William we saw in the auditions. Bravo, Seth. On that note, I definitely still need to practice on my stunt work. Here's off to run through the fight scene a few more times with a stunt coordinator. I should get going too. We're doing a table read for the TV show later. Thanks for letting me pop in. Gives you a quick hug and heads out. Once they're gone, Marianne turns to you. I've been meaning to ask Jessica, how do you intend to close out the film? Well, I've been thinking about it a lot. The ending you wrote was so ambiguous, which was perfect for the book. That said, I'm not sure it translates to film well. It's just a different medium. That's certainly true. Well, every choice you've made so far has impressed me. I think how this ends should be up to your hands. After all, this is your story now, too. This is your final choice to customize your movie and gain relationship points with Marianne. Choose the ending of the film. It means so much to me to know you trust me to do that. Don't you know, dear? I've trusted you all along. That's incredibly flattering, but I'd still love to talk through some of my ideas with you, if you're willing. I'm always good to have another brain in the room, especially when it's as brilliant as yours. Now it's my turn to be flattered. I'd be happy to work through it with you. Together, you head up to the offices, settling into a comfy chairs with copies of the script in your hand. You bite your lip, thinking. There's definitely a case for classic good defeats evil ending, where William puts together what the sage has taught him and defeats Ragnar once and for all. That would definitely be a satisfying end to a hero's journey tale. How would you deal with Ragnar in that case? William would... actually don't know. Heroes have done both. They've shown mercy and they've killed. I will show him mercy. That's who William is. He believes in redemption, even for Ragnar. It's not what I would have said, but I think you're right. It proves he's uncorrupted, that he truly is the leader for the people. That said, I'm not certain that's the right ending in the first place. Interesting. What else are you considering? Well, this is out there, but I'd been thinking, what if Ragnar won? Or at least seemed to. Intriguing. Tell me more. Well, Ragnar delivers what looks like a killing blow. You see William seconds from death, and then the sage appears at William's side, and we cut to black. I think I see the game you're playing here. I figured you might. We keep a hint of ambiguity of your book. And you tee yourself up perfectly for a sequel, should the opportunity arise. I like that it takes the long term into account. I want this movie to be a success on all fronts. That includes with the studio. I think that's wise. Telling the story you want is amazing. Telling many stories is better yet. You nod thoughtfully, pondering the options on the table. It seems like you still have something on your mind. I do. But it would lean even further in the whole ambiguous ending, though. What if we pull back from this battle and see a much bigger picture? Picture the sage sees. I'm not even sure what you mean, but I'm already hooked. Well, the battle seems like it was about to end, and then we see it again, in a different timeline, and then again, tales change each time. But the battle itself keeps happening, like a fixed point that must occur. And just when the viewer's really getting confused, we pull out further into the sage's universe and go really meta. Like a voiceover, the sage admits, in all times this was where they ended, and I realized my work was far from done. Interesting, very interesting. Not too weird? Jessica, I've spent many years of my life deeply enriched and weird. I always welcome it. But I can see why you're having such trouble deciding. Any of those could be a satisfying ending to the movie. Whatever ending we choose, it needs to match the overall tone I'm hoping to achieve. And at its heart, the movie is about optimism, belief, rebellion. I'm gonna go with optimism. No matter how bad things get for William, he always believes he can build a better life for himself and his fellow revolutionaries. It's important our ending reflects that. True, we should make sure to maintain the hopeful spirit. It's a lot to keep in mind, which is why I'm leaving this in your hands. Which ending do you think ultimately works best? Well, William's victory over Ragnar. I think that's too soon. Seems like a very large-scale story. Ragnar seems winning. It would be like when Darth Vader cut off Luke's hand, Luke had to retreat, and Luke was mending, and then, fade to black until the next movie. Or the time loop. Sometimes a bad guy needs to win. Final battle wouldn't feel right without the sage, and wondering whether or not William's really dead is exactly the kind of buzz we want. Marianne claps her hands together, smiling wildly. Oh, I'm so pleased. I didn't want to say anything, but that was the ending I hoped you'd pick. I bet you say that at every ending. I'm so glad. Shows the ending for Ninja. Shoot out a quick email with the new ending, then head back to the set ready to dive back in. A few weeks later. Before you know it, it's the final day on set. You finished up all the missing scenes, the reshoots, the close-ups, and now all that's left is the climactic scene. The room buzzes with excitement. Once you've checked the blocking for the 10th time, you take a seat behind the monitors, heart fluttering with excitement. This is it, guys. Let's give it everything we've got, okay? Heck yes. William's into it. Get his ass saved at the last possible second. Probably. Glance around the room, everyone looks as excited as you feel. Alright guys, for the last time, action! William and Ragnar throw punches at each other, the lights in the subway tunnel flickering eerily overhead. Then suddenly Ragnar rushes William and he stumbles backward onto the tracks. Ragnar leaps down and pins William to the ground. The light in the tunnel steadily grows, the rails vibrating as a train approaches. I know I told you it didn't have to end this way, but I was lying. I know. I was counting on it. He reaches for a device at his wrist and suddenly lights blink to life around them. Ragnar looks around, momentarily panicked. I've been transmitting all of it. You can kill me, but the world already knows what you've done. They'll stop you. Ragnar stares at William, terrified. Slowly his face contorts into a cruel sneer. He laughs. You think I didn't expect this little charade? I cut off comms with the entire tunnel. Your transmission is nothing more than a light show. One that I think I'll put an end to. Now. He clicks his own watch and the lights flicker off. William looks truly panicked now. But the data, I've sent it out, they'll still... Enough, this is growing tedious, and I have places to be. Ragnar slips a zip tie around William's wrist, locking him to the tracks, then jumps up onto the platform. Train gets closer and closer, the crash inevitable, and then suddenly the scene dissolves into a burst of light. The sign of the sage's arrival. Is this... are you... Shh. Rest now. You still have many trials ahead. Seconds later, the light fades, and the train barrels by over the empty tracks. The lights on the set come up, you glance around the room, and a huge grin spreading across your face. Cut. That's a wrap, people. Whoa! I can't believe we did it. You hop up on your chair so you can address the entire crew at once. Thank you so much for your hard work, everyone. Before you go, I want to make a toast to the team. Production assistant emerges with glasses of champagne for everyone and passes them around. I know we had our ups and downs, literally, when it came to the lighting. But thanks to your hard work and dedication, the movie came together, and I think it's pretty freaking amazing. Here's to the secret of Ninradel. Everyone cheers and echoes from you and sips their champagne. Brain fart. Seth's agreed to plan the premiere party. He'll be in touch with more info soon. As the crew starts to tear down the set, Seth makes his way over to you. Some of the crew and cast are gonna head out to get drinks. You want in? As much as I'd love to join, I really want to take a look at the day's footage while have it fresh in my mind. Have fun, though. You don't have to tell me twice, Iowa. Seth waves and hurries off with the cast and crew. You head to the editing room and start reviewing the footage, thoroughly excited about the work still ahead of you. I can't believe I get to make all the decisions on the final movie. No wonder Thomas has been so down. I'd be missing this feeling, too. You start tweaking some of the rough footage on the screen, an idea hits you like a lightning bolt. I think I might know how to help Thomas break his block. Hopefully I can find what I need. A few hours later, you knock on Hunt's door. He ushers you inside. Of course, you're always welcome, Jessica, but what are you doing here? Let me get this. You two are engaged. You're about to get married. And she doesn't have a key, fam? Really? I actually came over because I want to bring you a present. I think you're gonna like it. You're incredibly strange, I hope you know that. All part of my charm. You hand him the hastily wrapped package and he unwraps it, revealing the Super 8 camera you picked up at the quirky local store. A Super 8. I haven't seen one of these in ages, but why give me this? You know I despise nostalgia, particularly as a decorative motif. Actually, this is a modern version. All digital, nothing nostalgic here. Then why give me this? I realized something just now in the editing bay. In Iowa, when you talked about the movies you made as a kid, you lit up for the first time in weeks. I need you to stop worrying about your next big idea and remind yourself what it felt like to make something just for the joy of it. It never occurred to me that. What I mean is, you may be right. Hunt, I just want to see you happy. Talking about movies you made as a kid, it was the first smile I've seen from you in months. I've been wallowing a bit lately. I didn't mean that, I just mean that the movies clearly made you happy, even to think about. Instead of torturing yourself over your next magnum opus, why not just do something like that? Something fun. If you ever need a new line of work, Jessica, consider sales. You convinced me wholeheartedly. I'll keep that in mind. The thing is, in all my earliest movies, I had characters in them. Even if it was just Maurice, my cat. Would you be willing to join me for some improvisational movie making? I'd love to have someone to let loose with, so to speak. We're making a prawn. Let us make prawn together. Join Hunt from the chance to make a goofy film together and help him finally break through his block. I mean, prawn also is goofy. Once Masterpiece is complete, you'll have a chance to connect on a more personal level. Oh, wait, hold on. Moving on. By the way, I'm getting sick, apparently. There's a virus. Me and my brothers have it. I don't know. Don't ask. You and Hunt get a car, make your way towards the back trails of Griffith Park. This feels very film school. When I was teaching, I automatically deducted 10% if the setting was recognizably Griffith Park to done to death. So what you're saying is clearly this is a perfect spot for our not meant to be good movie. There's a thing moving on the bottom of the screen that annoys the crap out of me. It's in the game. I suppose I am. So, what's our terrifically innovative premise? How about a monster is chasing me, an alien invasion is happening, I'm experiencing deep Inu. What? Oh, sorry, I forgot to remove this. This is what happens when you're sick. Your brain only functions at like 12%. Okay, sorry. A monster chased me in the image. I'm gonna go with Deep Inu. I don't know what the hell it is, so why not? That's where you got your start as a kid, right? And we were going to for Max Film School right now. That feels fitting. I'm sure it's difficult to imagine, but the depiction of Inu always came naturally to me. I'm shocked. This is me, so shocked. Yes, sarcasm noted. Hunt holds up the camera. Alright, I think we should just do this originally, or organically. So, action. Stare at your phone and sigh heavily, then roll your eyes heavenward. Does any of it mean anything? Gaze into the middle distance, trying hard not to laugh as you hold a truly miserable look on your face. No one understands me. This life is so tedious. My lord, what a pretentious start to a film. What can possibly be coming next? Now I'll flop on the ground. You fall dramatically onto the ground. I'm not going to give them what they want anymore. I refuse to be who they want me to be. I'll find myself, my voice. This life won't confine me. Perfect. Very navel-gazing. Does this movie have an ending? Wow. Wow, really? Definitely. I walk out of the frame slowly sighing. You walk forward into the sun until it slowly obscures you from view. There's always some truth to find if you keep looking and don't fall for anything they tell you. Completely disappear into the sun. And cut. Very impressive improvisational, Jessica. I mean, it definitely wasn't, but that really wasn't the point, was it? Right. The point of the film was something for no reason other than the fun of it. And I have to admit, I did enjoy myself. Good. Why don't we head back to your house and see how it looks on screen? Soon, you're back at Hunt's house where he uploads a movie into his computer. He turns on the film and the two of you watch it together. Good lord. This is so awful. It really is. What? Why are you laughing? I mean, it's just so bad. Starts to go flying. I haven't had this much fun making a movie in years. God, the overacting, the framing, everything was so wrong. But actually, wait. He stops the footage and jumps up from his seat, grabbing a notebook from his desk, scribbling furiously. Are you decoding secret messages in static, or... I've just had an idea. Watching on screen reminded me of those high school years, when everything felt so momentous, so difficult. I never made a coming-of-age movie. The tropes never felt like anything I'd experienced. Just focusing on a character like this, one who's so self-serious, almost living outside their own experience, character like, well, like me. I think they're the seed of something real here. Hunt, that's amazing. No, you're amazing. You did this for me. Slowly, you wrap your arms around Hunt, pulling his body flush against yours and giving him a deep, tender kiss. If I'd known this was the reward for breaking writer's block, I'd have done it much sooner. You kiss Hunt again, slowly shifting as you do to push him down on his leather couch. Please take the director's seat. With pleasure. You straddle him and he grabs onto your hips, positioning you closer to him. You give each other long and passionate kisses, Hunt trailing a path down your neck and collarbone and then back up to your lips. You sigh contentedly against him. Jessica, you're so amazing. Grab onto him even tighter, feeling warm all over. You kiss until you're dizzy. Finally, you pull back. I don't want to keep you from brainstorming. I assure you, that was very inspirational. With a laugh, you fall onto the couch next to him. The idea that I'll have you around for the rest of my life is truly astonishing. You have no idea how lucky I feel, Jessica. I think I have the same idea. You hang out at Hunt's a little longer, laughing as you run through the footage, shooting ideas back and forth about what he could take from it. Before you know it, the sky outside is dark. This has been really amazing, but I really need to go. Not without a kiss goodbye. He pulls you in for one last long, lingering kiss, and then you head home. Back home, you collapse onto the couch while Sarah runs through the security logs. This is the perfect night for some binge watching. Just as you hit the power button on the remote, Sarah comes hurrying back in. Jessica, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to have to call the police. Why? What's going on? I just looked at the logs from today and someone tried to break in while we were gone. He hands over a picture she's printed with the security tape. This man looks familiar. I recognize him too, Tazzy. Martin. Sure looks like it. I also just got the employment records from the staffing company. Martin's name didn't turn up, but his photo did. It shows you a printout of an employee from your set. Mark Witt. It looks like he's going on by an alias. Of course he is. We tried tracing his name, but there was nothing. The problem is, we have no way of knowing how many aliases he may have. So the short version is that we know who he is, but we can't find him, and we have no idea where he'll turn up next. I'm sorry, Jessica, it must be frustrating. Actually, I'm furious. This jerk is trying to make me afraid to even live my life. What gives him the right? I promise you, Jessica, we're going to find this guy, He won't do this again. Won't do this again. Not to you, not to anyone. Thanks, Sarah. I'm lucky to have you on my side. I just hope we catch this guy before it's too late. The movie's wrapped, but your stalker is gearing up for more action. Can you track him down? Find out next time. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And down in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support yours truly. It's much appreciated. Please make sure that if you do subscribe or are subscribed to hit that bell notification icon, to receive notifications of when I do content. That way, YouTube doesn't go, yeah, well, you subbed, but you never want to watch Locum ever again. I don't ask. It's YouTube's stupid algorithm. If you'd like, you can feel free to shoot them a tweet, an email, a post, or something, and tell them how stupid their bloody system is. Please do so. But, hey, just in the meantime, you can always hit that bell notification icon. And, hey, feel free to hit join. Helps to support the channel, this community, and myself. Without further ado, I will be streaming here shortly. But, I hope to catch you all then. Peace.